Hey y'all, it's Courtney and I'm back with another video. I tried to make this once, but Autumn wanted to sit on my lap, and this is a serious video. I didn't really want to talk about it in front of her, but then I came to the conclusion that this is what's going on right now, and this is the reality of our world, and if we pretend like there's nothing wrong and that there's not a problem, then it doesn't teach our kids to be better, and it doesn't teach them that this is wrong and that this shouldn't happen. There are injustices in the world, and if we teach our kids that it is wrong and to be better, maybe it won't happen as often as what it is now. So before I get into that, it's a good weekend, so this is going to be a short video because I'm letting her make her own video over there. But this is the first weekend that they've allowed Alicia to come down since we started our court proceedings last time, so like over a year and a half. So I don't want to be on here too long because when she comes down here, she likes to hang out with me. Because she craves that mother figure and she doesn't get it. So when she's down here, I talk to her a lot, and that's what she wants. So I don't want to be on here all day. I'll be back tomorrow with a fun, more happy, upbeat family video. We're going to go to the zoo, so that'll be fun. But today, let's get a little more serious. Today I'm talking about George Floyd, the man that was murdered. That man was straight up murdered. And this third-degree murder shit, how? He squeezed the life out of that man. I tried to watch that video and I could only watch a little bit of it. It was enough to see that people were begging that man to let him up. He was begging the man to let him up for minutes. There was so many opportunities to change what he was doing. There were so many opportunities to let that man up. He was begging. He made it more than clear that he couldn't breathe. He made it more than aware that he was hurting. He squeezed the life right out of him. And all those cops that just stood around and watched it happen, they need charged too, with accessory to murder. Because they're just as guilty. They didn't do a damn thing. Matter of fact, they tried to keep people back so that nobody could film. Because I saw a video from somebody across the street as well, and they were telling people to back up. This is crazy. And I do believe that this has something to do with race. I do believe that. But it doesn't even... Oh, no, it does matter. I'm not saying that that part doesn't matter. It's just an injustice, no matter who it would have been. That is an extreme, horrible thing. But then, for it to be an African-American man on top of that, who already is more likely to be brutalized by the police, come on, dude, do better. That man did nothing violent. If he would have murdered somebody, if he would have snatched a child, if he would have done anything violent, you know what? I wouldn't even be making this video. But he didn't do anything violent. There was no reason that that should have happened. I just, it's hard for me to make videos when people are listening. I had a mojo going. She walked out here. I don't mind her being out here, but I just kind of lost my train of thought. This is such a horrible thing. And like I said, you know, if we don't teach our children better, this will just continue. So please, if you're thinking that this kind of thing is better left unsaid, or the children shouldn't hear about this kind of stuff, at a certain age, yeah, you're probably right. But once they're old enough to understand what's going on, like my daughter is, she is very aware of the world. She needs to know that things are not perfect and that we can be better, and she can be better than my generation. And maybe one day this will not happen. to anybody. And I hope for that. But right now, we need to speak out about it. Everybody. Now, do I think that this rioting shit is cool? No, it makes no sense to me. Violence does not solve violence. Never has, and it never will. A man was shot and killed live on TV yesterday. WeSeeYou was telling me about that today. A young man, 19 years old, was shot and killed. I don't know what he was doing. I didn't see it, but it doesn't matter. He's dead. So there's 2 people. And I would like to say this, though. It makes no sense to me, the rioting, because you're ruining black-owned businesses. These neighborhoods that are rioting, a lot of them have a, they're black communities. And burning down your neighbor's corner shop or their hair shop or salon, that's what I was trying to say, or their nail salon or their barber shop or whatever, doesn't matter what it is. Not saying that all that is in those neighborhoods is salons and that kind of stuff. I'm not saying that, but you get the point. Any type of store, it doesn't matter what it is. You are not helping your community by burning things down. I don't understand how that helps anything. I can understand wanting to be heard and wanting to have a voice. I understand that completely. But violence is just never makes anything better. Hey, stop. Violence never makes anything better. It never helped any situation, in my opinion. Peaceful protesting, even, I don't know, maybe not so peaceful, but just not burning down your own city. And I heard that they were going to go to that man's town and burn down his whole town. We're going to light the whole town up. Okay, burn his house down. Go for it. I don't give a fuck what you do to that man. But what do the rest of the people in that community deserve their houses burnt down or their businesses burnt down? Why do they deserve that? Why does anybody deserve to be punished by all this except for those directly involved? They need punished, not the rest of our country. And I believe that the reason why this is getting so out of hand and this protesting has erupted as much as it has is because everybody's already frustrated. Everybody's stuck in their homes. They're hiding in their homes scared of the current situation going on in our lives. Y'all know what I'm talking about. We're being ordered to stay in our houses. We're frustrated. We're angry. We're scared. We're anxious. We're depressed. We're scared. I don't know if I said that already, but, emotions are already running very high right now. So then, on top of that, you get a horrible situation like this, and people are going to react 10 times, more violently than what they would anyways. And then all that does is prove what the right would like to portray these, whoever is doing protesting as. And they're not that. They're just frustrated. They were already frustrated because, like I said, we're stuck in our homes and we're not allowed to leave, and we're scared about jobs, and we're scared about what's going to happen to our kids. We're already scared. And then you add craziness like this on top of it. It's no wonder people are going nuts. It is no wonder. Something's got to change, man. Something. And I'm not getting on here preaching you shouldn't do this or you shouldn't do that. I don't know what you should do. That's not for me to say. I'm not the rule maker. But I just don't think violence helps anything. I don't know what to say. This is so horrible. And that man deserved better. He didn't deserve to have the life squeezed out of him for minutes. Minutes he begged. And he was still alive after he stopped begging. He might not have been conscious, but he was still struggling to stay alive. And there were so many chances for you to get the fuck off of him. Oh, okay, I am still filming. I thought maybe I went on too long. But there were so many options. There were so many chances to change the outcome. There was people begging that man. Oh, and I'd like to say this as well. For the people that are attacking that 17-year-old girl and saying, well, what did you do? You're to blame too because you didn't do anything. She was a 17-year-old little girl, okay? And it wouldn't matter, it wouldn't even matter if it was a 6-foot, 400-pound, big burly biker dude. Doesn't matter. If anybody would have stepped onto their crime scene or their scene, they'd have probably shot them because they see